I don't know, man. Biggie be on that other stuff sometimes. That's not good, is it?
First one falls for.
And with Bogut feeling 100%, he had so many injuries over the years leading up to
that's
last
season. Like 25 and 6
to really find himself once again. When he's 100%, he's really a force in the middle.
The Rockets making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Then for the Warriors, Andre Iguodala is checked in for Harrison Barnes. Rush comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Barbosa in for Steph Curry. Beverly dishes to Ariza. Houston needs to get a shot off. Capella. No good off the front iron. And with Bogut, as you said, I think people forget just how impactful he can be when healthy. Everyone knows that he's an amazing defender. And he's one of the top centers in the league when he's healthy.
To have a legitimate 7-footer who can move and pass the ball as well as Bogut does, that does wonders for a team at both ends of the floor.
Here's Beverly. The Warriors making the shot. And good on the basket. Book it. Beverly's got his second basket of the game.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Iguodala kicks to Green. It's Rush outside. It's rebounded by Houston.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
And the Warriors making a change here. Azili's checked in. Warriors leading by 9.
What the hell?
Iguodala outside. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the first. They set the pick. All sorts of time. It's hauled in by Beverly.
That's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little better. Make the pass in that situation. Don't force a bad shot.
Here's Capella. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Clint Capella out of Switzerland, drawing some early comparisons to Serge Ibaka. 6'11" with a 7'5" wingspan. Well, you love these measurables, don't you? He's an athletic shot blocker, still raw and needs to get stronger. But in today's NBA, big men with his kind of length and mobility are tantalizing and very much in demand. The only question I have is, can he play basketball? I guess we'll find out.
And he knocks down the first one.
Oh, you think he good coming from the weak side? That's for sure.
And the Rockets had planned to leave Capella's stash abroad for a year, but after they struck out in free agency, they decided, Clark, to bring him over a year early.
And Kevin, he was rated highly among the advanced stat community, okay? No surprise that the stat-minded Rockets then would choose him. Plenty of talent in the Houston front court. He's going to have to work to find a way into that rotation. But long term, I think it's probably a low-risk situation for him.
Now here's Iguodala. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Spates sets a screen. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot.
Had to change the scheme up.
The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season.
The free throw drops for Iguodala. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Beverly. And Terry up top. Off the screen. The rebound by Ezeli.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
The Warriors shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. He's off on the first. Houston making a switch here.
I don't know who that is. Eric Johnson?
And the second free.
I don't know who that is, man.
Free throw, good. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Warriors lead by 10 and will return shortly. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Barbosa is up there with Rush. Then there's Festus Ezeli. Then there's Maurice Spates. And it's Iguodala in the small forward. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, interestingly, guys, Stephen Curry got angry last season when the GMs of the league ranked him the 3rd best shooting guard in the NBA. He said, I've heard people ever since high school saying, quote, I'm too small. I can't play point guard. Now I'm not a true point guard? Well, I'm certainly not a stereotypical pass-first point guard, but the way I can run the show will manifest itself. Kevin?
The great ones always find that motivation. Thanks, Doris. Just 3 to shoot. The 3. No good. The Rockets go the other way with it. Well, the Rockets were so deadly, Steve, in this building, and a lot of that was because of how fast they would get things going.
Yeah, they would often blitz opponents out of the gate and just manage the lead after the first quarter.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
You know, as you were saying, the Rockets were great here. Their fast starts here at the Toyota Center helped them win 33 games at home last season.
Get it back.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play.
Well, for the Rockets, they're just so tough to beat at home because they're explosive offensively, and they've got a great crowd. So once they get the lead in their home building, they are tough to catch.
The pick wasn't ultra effective, but it got him just enough room for the score.
Andre Iguodala spent 8 seasons of his career in Philadelphia. Steve, a tough sports town. He said he felt wrongly criticized.
Well, at times people called him overpaid. They wanted more out of him in terms of being a star and a scorer. That's not really who he is. I mean, it's his all-around game that makes him special. His great defense, his ball handling, but not necessarily his scoring.
The wide open look here for Terry. That one wide left. Spates sets a screen. Iguodala kicks to Spates. It's rebounded by Houston.
And Iguodala, now in his 30s, sporting a few gray hairs. I haven't seen any of them yet, but maybe they are there. He's still a great athlete and a fantastic ball handler for a swingman. So his drive and kick game, really a terrific fit for the Warriors.
Second shot opportunity. Kicks it out to Terry. Here's Dorsey. The pass to Capela. A rebound by Ezeli.
And Iguodala, a decent shooter from long range, but that's never been his calling card offensively. Instead, he's a quality playmaker, and the player moves well without the ball.
Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Ezeli's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Timeout called the Rockets.
Festus Ezeli is 6'11", about 260 lbs, and really gets off the floor well. He's strong, he has an explosive frame, and those kind of guys don't come along every day.
Houston with a big group substitution here. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Knocked away. Rush with the steal. And there's Barbosa. That's good on the assist by Rush. Barbosa's got his first bucket in this one. Rockets trailed by 13. And Ezeli, the 30th pick back in 2012. Primarily, Steve, in there for defense and rebound.
Yeah, not the best hands, but he's a young player. He's a big who can improve on that. The biggest thing is, a guy with that combination of size and quickness and agility, he's got a chance to become a quality big man in this league.
Barbosa kicks to Iguodala. Fires from deep. The Rockets pull it in.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Kicks it to Motiejunas. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Motiejunas has got it back down to single digits for the Rockets.
Well, you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Iguodala against Ariza. It's Rush outside. Rockets have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Harden outside. And he drops in there. Harden's got 6.
I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Timeout called the Warriors. And during the timeout, both coaches get the chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game, along with the discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game. So important to hydrate yourself, and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch.
And the Rockets making a change here. Beverly's checked in. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Curry passes to Thompson. Tries it from 19. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Now here's Beverly. Harden outside. Harden right side. Pulls up on the wing. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been